Accountant General Mr. Levi Bradshaw confirmed that government auxiliary workers will be eligible for long service gratuity awards at age 62. Mr. Bradshaw was speaking on the program Leadership Matters in his capacity as chairman of the STEP Regularization and Pensions Reform Committee. While responding to concerns of the transition process, he explained that persons on the STEP program will undergo employee performance evaluations before transitioning to ministries of the government.
As it relates to the question as to the years of service of those persons who will be transitioning, there are two basic categories. One, as it relates to those existing government GAE employees, what we are trying to achieve with these two initiatives is one, to establish the GAE Commission so they can be properly appointed. A number of persons who have been in the service for an extended period of time. And the GAE Commission will ensure that these persons are properly appointed.
Accountant General Mr. Levi Bradshaw confirmed that government auxiliary workers will be eligible for long service gratuity awards at age 62. Mr. Bradshaw was speaking on the program Leadership Matters in his capacity as chairman of the STEP Regularization and Pensions Reform Committee. While responding to concerns of the transition process, he explained that persons on the STEP program will undergo employee performance evaluations before transitioning to ministries of the government.
As it relates to the question as to the years of service of those persons who will be transitioning, there are two basic categories. One, as it relates to those existing government GAE employees, what we are trying to achieve with these two initiatives is one, to establish the GAE Commission so they can be properly appointed. A number of persons who have been in the service for an extended period of time. And the GAE Commission will ensure that these persons are properly appointed. The existing workers in the system currently would be eligible upon retirement at the age of 62 to a long service gratuity. So there is no need to wait around. If you're ready to go, you can go now, because you would have made significant contribution to the development of our country. And for your service, you are now entitled to your long service gratuity. Upon the regularization of the pensions, the contributory pension plan, further details will be provided to you as to what your entitlements would be. As the date for when that particular bit of legislation will be brought into force, you'll be further advised. As we indicated, that the plan is a plan where we are encouraging persons who are employed in the public service. It's a contributory plan. And your contribution to the plan is matched by the employer, which is the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. As it relates to those persons who will be transitioned into the government as auxiliary workers, we indicated again that the transition process would entail that persons would have to be properly evaluated. We don't intend to bring persons with a bad attitude into the public service. We don't intend to bring ghost workers into the public service. What we intend to do is to bring persons who are determined to contribute meaningfully to the development of our country. In this regard, the government would have made the decision that those persons on the STEP program, when they are regularized, they would be regularized effective the first day of July 2020. The process has not completed yet, has not been completed. But we are saying if somebody is regularized next week, the 21st of October, that appointment will be backdated to the first day of July 2020.
Concerns over the transition processes became even more acute for persons affected under the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic environment. Glenn Barth, SKN Newsline.
Medical doctor Terence Drew says the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic can trigger depression among residents and urge persons to be on the lookout for others who may be suffering from this mental illness. Dr. Drew addressed the topic in his most recent edition of his web series, Caring for You with Dr. Terence Drew.
The message I want to bring to you today is that depression is not a death sentence, that depression can be treated. And many persons who suffer depressed episodes or depressed state of mind, that they can actually be helped, be treated, and go on to live long, fruitful lives. And so let's look out for ourselves, our family members, and each other. And especially during this COVID time, where people's lives would have been turned upside down, losing jobs, can't have an income, the bank writing them, financial stresses, and others losing family members as is taking place in other countries. I know of Kititians here who would have lost family members in other countries that have been locked down and having to wear a mask, and your whole lifestyle, livelihood are being disrupted by this virus, that this is causing a great deal of mental strain.
He detailed the symptoms of depression.
They can be psychological, mental, or even physical. So you can see people who are eating excessively or don't want to eat at all. People who are sleeping too much or not sleeping enough. You might gain weight, lose weight. People can become very irritable. People can be, touchy, start snapping. You can see personality changes. In the elderly, for example, you can see signs as if the elderly is having some sort of dementia, having forgetfulness. Some people don't want to leave their homes. There might be others who are just crying for what they would describe as apparent reason. And so all of these symptoms can really indicate that the person is going through depression. But when the depression gets very severe, they can go through moments of despair where they want to take their own life because they do not have any interest in living anymore. And so if we are to see any of our friends, family members, associates who seem to be expressing or exhibiting these signs or symptoms, I would advise you to seek help.
In a recent U.S. study, researchers analyzed survey data from 1,441 participants, adults 18 years or older. They found that depression symptoms were 3 times higher during the COVID-19 lockdown than before the pandemic, up from 8.5% before COVID-19 to 27.8% during the lockdowns. Local health authorities earlier this year during the lockdowns outlined provisions to counsel persons and provide help where needed for persons suffering from depression or mental health issues. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
My name is Akira Sunumam. I am the director of City Wi-Fi. I'm here to announce to the general public that we have a promotion running from the 1st of October to the 31st of October. This promotion will be as a COVID-19 relief or response, as we have responded before during the pandemic. In the lockdown season, we are out serving our customers. Now we introduce our over and beyond promotion. No installation, no deposit, no setup costs. All you pay is the package that you choose. If you choose the 30 megs package, which is $143 per month, that's all you pay. City Wi-Fi is here for you.
It's not just iced tea and it's not cold tea. But who said we couldn't be in the middle? We are Mother Becky Quenchers, a herbal iced tea. It's a different and innovative take on using traditional herbs for tea. It's a home-brewed blend of natural, organic herbs and spices, ready to drink at any time. We've turned ingredients you've used many times into something crisp, thirst-quenching, and did we mention tastes awesome? Drinking tea just got better. Mother Becky Tea.
It's the new and improved SKN Newsline Android mobile app. With the SKN Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SKN Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SKN Newsline, and download the app today. The SKN Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Auto Plus Car Wash, located on the College Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Bring your car to Auto Plus Car Wash to remove water stains, wiper marks, Get your doors, roof panel cleaned, seat floor mats, buffing, headlights, and engine wash. You get quality service at the best price at Auto Plus Car Wash. They really care for your car. Call 765-5140 or visit them on the College Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Auto Plus Car Wash, where the service is number one. Football is back, and Skn Newsline and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio are bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on Skn Newsline and the SKNFA Facebook pages and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's Premier League Live. Commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game.
The new Old Road Bay Road is likely to be opened in the next 3 months, said Ellis Hazel, Managing Director of Rock and Dirt Construction Limited. Speaking recently with Skn Newsline, Mr. Hazel explained some of the challenges being faced, but indicated that the next phase is the connection of the new Old Road Bay Road with the Island Main Road. He indicated also that the asphalt layer will be laid over the concrete foundation layer as soon as the roads are joined.
We can safely say because of COVID-19 we're having some difficulties at Old Road Bay. The only difficulties we are having in terms of the project design, in a way that you have to design and build as you go along, and the consultant them is out of Jamaica, so you find it takes a little back and forth to get information to do what we are doing. But we might be a little behind, but the road is a lot safer, 100% safer than where it was before we started that project. I think within the next 3 to 4 months we'd have the asphalt and the concrete, and then we'd open the road for you.
Hazel said certain material needed for the completion of the road already have been ordered. Glenn Barrett, SKN Newsline. Divisions are being urged to strengthen their ability to cope with natural disasters through proper planning and preparedness. The director of the Nevis Emergency Operations Center, Mr. Brian Dyer, said it is critical to continue mapping areas of hazards, developing response plans, and engaging stakeholders. Dyer made his comments on the occasion of the 30th October commemoration of the International Day of Disaster Reduction in a presentation made at the Nevis Emergency Operations Center.
The need to build our resilience and reduce the vulnerability of our society has now become more crucial than ever. The response to COVID pandemic and a record-setting year for the most named storms in the tropical Atlantic has the potential to overwhelm our island's limited resources and exceed our capacity to cope with the new challenges. It is imperative, therefore, that we are armed with the knowledge of what to do before, during, and after each impact. Our vulnerability to disasters can only be minimized through effective risk reduction and maximizing the use of our resources. I appeal to everyone to act responsibly, join the effort of building a resilient nation. So let's plan, prepare, and protect.
Concerns over the transition processes became even more acute for persons affected under the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic environment. Glenn Barrett, SKN Newsline.
A Kittitian residing in the U.S. Virgin Islands reached a milestone of 105 years old on October 10th. Edna Eleanor Carty was born on October 10, 1915 on St. Kitts and was the 8th of 9 children born to John and Mary Quealy. A special celebration was held for her last weekend where 4 of her 9 surviving children and grandson, along with a few other relatives, were present. She was presented with a letter and bouquet from the Lieutenant Governor, Tregenza Roach, who is a Kittitian from Sandy Point. Mrs. Carty attended the Trinity School in Palmetto Point, where she received her education. After leaving school, she became a housemaker, which enabled her to assist her parents in providing for her siblings. She was married in 1940, and during the 1960s, her husband traveled to St. Croix in search of work. Following the death of her mother in 1973 at the age of 93, Mrs. Carty was reunited with her husband on St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Mrs. Carty is a devoted member of the Christ Church Methodist Church. She's a firm believer in God, and it is said she thanks him every day for life. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
signs, decal printing, canvas prints, license plates, posters. We at Multigraphics are dedicated to providing quality products and service to our customers. Our team takes pride in the craftsmanship and is passionate about its work. Every job, large or small, is important. Most of our customers come to us through referrals. That's because our number one priority is service. We serve a wide variety of customers, such as restaurants, retail stores, manufacturers, trucking companies, and many more. Our capabilities include design, production, and installation. How can we help? We are located at Bird Rock at the Woods Right compound. Call us at 869-763-1511 or 784-491-7599. Multigraphics.
KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises.